Hey guys, this is X-Braze here. What are we doing today? I thought we'd overview of what games I actually have in my collection for my 360 and original Xbox games that is backwards compatible with my 360. Note there is at least one game in this entire section, in this entire collection that is not backwards compatible, but reason why I got it was because I played it as a kid back in the day and I didn't never plan on playing it. So we are gonna personally start with this case. I know these cases are bad to put to start collecting games in because it could scratch your discs. I personally never had that problem. But yeah. I will note I do have some disc only copies, but all of my games personally are all my cases are all put up on a shelf, and I usually just use these whenever I get a new game. So that being said, let's start with this one because this one doesn't have that much in it. So let's get it started. So basically, first game you'll see is Over the Hedge. This movie used to be a huge meme. Back in the day, it was huge. Honestly, and I've enjoyed it ever since. I got it. And I recently had to rebuy it. We used to have a copy. At like that we like bought, but won't go into detail all about that. But like Over the Hedge is literally like a childhood favorite of mine. It was made by Activision. And I remember almost beating all the games and everything. So, reason why this space is empty is because it's my Simpsons hit and run copy. Actually, let me go get that copy out of the 360. Give me a second. Okay, so we are back. This is my Simpsons hit and run copy. I got it off of eBay from Canada for like $28 because it's a Platinum Hits version. Which the Platinum Hits version doesn't really bother me, honestly, with disc only. But yeah. And then Outlaw Volleyball, I do not have a a case for this. I bought this disc only because it was a $4.99 for this copy. And Over the Hedge was disc only. I could have got a copy of disc only for pretty cheap. Actually, not a disc only, but a case and manual and everything. But honestly, I didn't really care for that. I just cared about the game itself. And it was like whenever I bought Over the Hedge and Outlaw Volleyball at the store I was at, it was maybe like 4 disc only copies or 5 disc only copies for like $20. So that's why I have a bunch of disc only copies right here. Lego Rock Band, I've played it. I played a lot of Rock Band and Guitar Hero back in my day. Whenever whenever, uh, like back in my day, it was like one of my childhood games that I personally liked. Dishonored, I only got it because it was super cheap. I have a case somewhere. Actually, I think I threw away that case because it got damaged. Dragon Age Inquisition. Yet again, this is disc 2. Didn't really play this. I didn't really like the controls of Dragon Age Inquisition, so I didn't really play it much, but it's still part of my collection. Call of Duty 2, big red one. I played this. I played the multiplayer back in the OG Xbox days. It wasn't too special to me, but it's still part of my collection, of my original collection. Dead Space 2. I tried playing Dead Space. Oh god, it scared the heck out of me. Then I tried out the multiplayer because, funny enough, multiplayer servers are still up. Last time I checked. And then, Fable 2. I played a little bit of the Fable series back in the day. Didn't really complete it, really. I was more into just roaming around and just playing around and everything. Fallout New Vegas. Oh god. This game on the 360 back whenever I first played it, because I was given this by a family member, and because they got rid of their console. And Fallout New Vegas did not run good on on our family 360 and everything. And it was awful, honestly. And I personally I didn't play it because the frame rate was awful. I mean, it's pretty normal for frame rate to be so bad, right? On the 360. For some weird reason, our 360 was not handling this game well. And then Halo 4, controversial take. I actually really enjoyed Halo 4. Art style was cool. A lot of things about this game I liked. I liked the new alien types that added more diversity to the Halo franchise. I still don't know if they put it in Halo Infinite, because I personally never played Halo Infinite except the multiplayer. But I have several copies of this game. I think there's even one in. I think there's even one in here. But Halo 4 was a classic for me back in the day. It's one of the Halos I actually completed because it was that good. But yeah. And so of course I have Sonic 06. For years I did not know this was a controversial Sonic game. And I played it hours with my cousins because we're all Sonic fans. And we used to split screen this game all the time, and it was very enjoyable. And I never knew until recently this was a controversial game. And it's our favorite Sonic game of all time. The cutscenes were the little movie scenes were very misleading for this game, because it showed all kinds of good graphics and everything, then it cuts to the garbage graphics. Doesn't make sense, right? But we were all Sonic people whenever we were kids. So yeah. I would like to note all these shooter games. I never had a shooter game as a kid. I was violent as a kid, and I wasn't allowed to play shooter games like as a kid. And nowadays it's a different story. But like stuff like that. Oh yeah, I didn't explain this game. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, I played it a little bit whenever I first got it. I wanted to get the the zombies portion on Advanced Warfare a try, but never got a hang of it because I had to buy the season pass and everything, because I do love zombies on Call of Duty, especially Black Ops 3. I own Black Ops 3 digitally on the 360, but not physically. But yeah, Viva Piata, controversial take. I used to play this a lot as a kid. This wasn't the best farming game ever. There's not a lot to do. The second game gave you a little bit more to do, but you were literally just stuck in a field and just didn't really play. So, I did enjoy this game as a kid. I would just leave it on in the background while I do other stuff. But, it's a lot of things I used to do in that game. But, yeah. So, Saints Row the Third. I did not play this until I was, in my teenage years, I think. I got it on PC, but I wanted it on 360 later down the road because I did enjoy it on PC. One of the better GTA concepts. One of the better ones. In this style, it's funnier. Just sucks that this had the reboot had issues. By the way, I don't really care if this is on here. That I don't live there. But but let's continue. Dragon Age Origins, I did play a little bit whenever I first got it. I was allowed to play this back in the day, even though it was rated M. But I didn't really care for it much because I was a kid. I was into more kiddie games. But I was given this by a sibling of mine, pretty much. But yeah, The Sims 3. Oh man, this game I played a lot on PC until my PC got a virus and everything. That was back whenever there was almost no antivirus by Microsoft. And oh god, the 360 version was a lifesaver because it was almost like the PC version. Just didn't have all those crazy expansion packs or anything like that. And on PC, I would get all the expansion packs for like my birthday, Christmas. But it's not like that anymore for The Sims 4. Because I don't really play The Sims 4 much anymore. But I wish I can go back to The Sims 3 because it's way better than The Sims 4. But yeah. And then Star Wars The Complete Saga got this recently because I like the Lego games in particular, because they're usually a little bit more funny to look at, and this particular one highlighted a lot of that. honestly. But yeah, we're almost done with this one. The other one is not too much. Hold on. Try to make these just organized. But yeah, so Star Trek, I used to be a huge Star Trek fan back in the day. By the way, this was, it was made by Bandai Namco, apparently. But Star Trek, I love Star Trek as a kid because of Beam It Up Scotty. Used to be one of my in-game names for the longest time, and I just really enjoyed it, honestly. One of my favorite series to get into. It's just, I saw they came out with a game, was like $20 at Walmart, and I remember getting it, and it was only $20. Back whenever Walmart used to have $20. Okay, I don't have to explain this one, but I'm into those beach volleyball games, okay? But yeah. So, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, was, I never played as a kid. Actually, no, that's a lie. I played on PC a little bit because I snuck my siblings' copy from here. But that was just for the 360. I got that recently to check out if the servers were good or not. But yeah, so Elder Scrolls Skyrim, never played on the 360, but I got it to be part of my collection, pretty much. So, yeah. Street Racing Syndicate, this one, it's pretty good. I got this recently because I saw it at the game store that I was at. But yeah. So Battlefield Bad Company, oh god, I kind of went through a couple discs of this already, because I bought one from eBay once upon a time, and it was terrible. I got to like middle of a mission, it stopped playing completely, so I complained to the seller that it was just not working, and they ended up giving me a refund because they sent out a non-working game. But yeah, that concludes that one. Let's do this one. So let's do this one. Project Gotham Racing 2. Played this a little bit whenever I first got it, but didn't really. It was a little bit more realistic than the OG one. That's why I didn't really play it that much. So, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I heard this was a pretty bad Call of Duty. Was one of the worst ones. But there's still some people who play it. Which they still adore this to death. But yeah. But it's an okay game. The maps are decent on it, but it's not like the new Call of Duties. They're movement-based Call of Duties. So, But Finding Nemo is the one that's not backwards compatible, but this is literally my childhood back in the day. I was obsessed over this movie back in the day, and it was like literally my favorite, to the point that my mom doesn't want to hear about this movie anymore because I used to have it on repeat. And oh god, as a kid, oh god, everyone remembers that. So Narnia, I've always wanted this game back in the day because I really loved the Narnia movies. But it was okay, honestly. Um, Now I look at it. So yeah. Halo 4. Oh man. This goes back. Um, like I said, I have multiple copies of this game. It's kind of ridiculous, and my friend, I didn't realize I had a copy already, but my friend literally brought over some games for Christmas and everything, and it was just, it was really cool, um, of him to bring them over, but yeah, Halo 4 goes back, like I said. Halo 3, the infamous Halo 3. I love Halo 3. It's one of my favorites, Halos. People say Halo 2 is better. Never personally played Halo 2, but I heard it was pretty good. Sleeping Dogs is something I have not gotten to play yet, mainly because my HDMI is currently unplugged for my 360. I am going to work towards myself to beat these games one day. But yeah, so bowling, never played bowling, honestly. Wasn't allowed to whenever it came out. But yeah, I will play eventually. But yeah. So Driver San Francisco. I go back with this game, like, all the time. It was, like, one of the GTA-style games that was meant for teenagers, and I was allowed to play it, but I didn't get to the part where you're not constantly in a dream, part, and so it's a crazy story, but it's still a really good game. Um, and like I said, I'm a huge Guitar Hero fan. This is one of my Guitar Hero games that I used to play. But honestly, I don't really play Guitar Hero anymore. But I got this recently. I have a case for it and everything. So, yeah. Halo 2. This actually came with the case. It was totally free through Whatnot. Short story. This YouTuber called Jacob R. He gives out these games all the time, through referral codes of Whatnot, and he ships them out totally for free. And I think that's terrific of him for doing that and just wasting money and giving it out slowly. But yeah, I hope you guys. I think that was the last game. Yeah, it was. There's some games over here, but they're not really anything special. They're all 360 games. I mean, PC games. That's the Xbox HD DVD. I don't know what's in it, but apparently it's on the disc Halo 4. Black Ops 2, Borderlands 2, and Dead Space 3. it's like a video of all of them. But yeah. But I have a pretty large OG and 360 like 360 game library whenever it comes to discs. I have a huge digital library too. But yeah, these are all my games pretty much. So yeah. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be making more videos like this, especially for my Nintendo Switch library once that gets a little bit bigger. I probably won't be doing my Nintendo Wii library because I have a modded system. But yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, hope you guys really enjoyed it, honestly. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.